First of all, I think it's really important to note that this meeting is taking place only a day after the Israeli military murdered a 14-year-old Palestinian American. He was a US citizen. In any other context, if this were any other country that had murdered an American before a high-level meeting like this, it would be an international crisis, and it would be the only thing that they're talking about. And the fact that you can have Trump and Netanyahu sit in the same room at the White House addressing the press, and this doesn't even come up, tells you something about how broken the US relationship with Israel is. That for the US, Israel is a nation that is above the rules and above the law, even when they kill an American child, which is completely insane. The conversation about Gaza was just utterly contemptible between both leaders, talking about the complete ethnic cleansing of Gaza, doubling down on it after there had been speculation that they were considering moving away from it. And what you basically have is an Orwellian rhetoric about how they're still talking about the voluntary relocation out of Gaza, when they, Trump and Netanyahu, are the people who are responsible for making Gaza unlivable. They are talking about it being a dangerous place, but it's only dangerous because they insist on bombing and destroying it, making it unfit for human life. And anytime you destroy a place's ability to sustain life, and then you give people a choice to either stay and die or leave, by no definition is that voluntary relocation. It is obviously violent ethnic cleansing, and displacement is what we're witnessing. And it's received precisely with the contempt that it deserves from the Palestinian American community, from the Palestinian community abroad throughout the world. We understand the fact that right now we are witnessing an unspeakable crime that history will not judge kindly. And it's frankly quite shocking that the entire world is just sitting there and allowing it to proceed. Words of condemnation are grossly inadequate for the crime that we are witnessing unfolding in Gaza right now. Now, on the question of Iran, it really is worth emphasizing the fact that this was a solved problem under the Obama administration. There was a nuclear deal that prevented Iran from developing nuclear weapons, made sure that the entire nuclear energy project is under international monitoring. And Trump came along and destroyed that deal. He ripped it up and imposed very heavy sanctions on Iran. And now he's demanding from Iran to abide by an agreement that Trump himself had tore up, which, again, it just tells you something about the way that Trump operates, that he wants to bully his way into getting submission from other parties instead of reaching sensible agreements. And that is not a recipe for optimism about where we're heading, which is why it's a very, very deeply concerning moment right now with the prospect of this escalating into a military confrontation should they not come to a deal in Oman.